The Skoda Elroq, pronounced Škoda, named as such after a 2019 visit from a former wrestler to a famous Spanish landmark, Elroq. Anyway, the Škoda Elroq is Skoda's new electric SUV, smaller than the Enyaq, which, fun fact, is actually named after an exotic French cattle farm. Yeah. Enyaq.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'll stop.
Yeah, designed for people who want an EV that feel like they are grown up enough to accept that Skoda is now a decent brand. Pricing first, for my heart app thinks that I need some help.
Right.
UK pricing starts about 33.5 grand.
Shut up and take my money!
But dependent on trim, battery and a host of other things, the listings can go from 31,000 to 45,000.
You know, man,
But I reckon the 33 grand model is a sweet spot where it's affordable-ish. Just ignore the fact that the UK is in recession.
We aren't allowed to talk about that.
Range. Well, the top spec efficiency version is quoted at about 350-ish miles. Entry versions are more like 230 miles, which is still plenty, I guess, unless you're one of those people who treats a Tesco run like the Dakar Rally. Tell me about the 0 to 62, I hear you ask. Well, dependent on the spec, roughly 6.4 to 8 seconds. That's a fair wide gamut there, so let me reduce that down for you just a little touch. On the salad cream to ghost pepper scale, it lands within the Branston pickle and American mustard zones.
I hope that helps.
Charging is
fine,
I guess, with the specs of 10 to 80% in 26 minutes with a 185 kilowatt DC charger. But it's not on the precious 800 volt architecture that seems to add a little caffeine into the charging rate. UK curbside charging is slightly annoying. This is mainly down to the MEB platform which VW developed. You do need a super long cable which you can't store in the front because there isn't one. Also, quick thing, charging schedules can seem to ignore your target percentage. I wanted to charge at 80% and sometimes it undershoots it to 76 or overshoots it by 90. Yeah. But on the inside, the Elroq seems surprisingly cozy for an EV. And I just want to say that is not a bad thing. There's this denim dash trim that makes it feel less airport lounge and more somebody lives here, but not in a bewitched vibe. Seats are comfy enough and offers support for my ample love handles. However, the internal trim colours are vast.
Oh, is that it?
Like most TVs, you get a big central screen, but you get a tiny weeny driver's display. Another little thing, the infotainment system seems to do a continual reboot at times. Look, bugs happen and I get it. So it's not really a problem going forward, as I suspect most of this will be sorted out with an OTA update. Other Skoda stuff is as follows: a mysterious covered canvas tubing thing in the doors, a plastic dagger hiding where you would never look, and lots of extra compartments where you can forget where you put your sunglasses and your snot rags. The boot is a gopping 470 litres. Shall I put a graphic up? Yeah, go on then. That's room enough for all of your emotional baggage and still have room for the legendary black bag tip run. As for the ride and handling, well, I took this out in the, surprise, surprise, the rain, and it seemed refined enough. Not dead behind the eyes, no, not that. Just a bit Irish wolfhound when you liken the VRS to a border collie. Even on larger rims, the ride does seem nice and, dare I say, pleasant. Yeah, it's alright, just sort out all of the bugs and ants and stuff and it'll be fine. Enyaq. Elroq.